Hi, my name is Darren McCrory and I'm the General Manager of Airshroud CX Autogroup. And here you'll see this is the box you will receive when you order or receive delivery of your new Airshroud. So we're going to go through an unboxing process, see how the system sets up and take it stage by stage to get you up and running, revealing levels of car like this. So once you've taken out the cardboard box, you'll see that the device is in a sleeve. Remove the sleeve. This just comes from the factory like this, just to protect the trunk while it's in transit. Remove the sleeve and your device is there. Place that to one side. So the trunk is brand new, so we always then remove the plastic from all corners of the device and on the handle. There's a sticker on top over the logo, which just peels off. Bottom of the trunk. Remove all four corners and dispose. So basically you can see there's rubber feet on the bottom, that's for stability on the showroom floor. Okay, so it's a quick run through the device itself. Undo the four clips and off comes the lid. Inside the lid is the battery charger and a winding handle. The winding handle is there purely as a safety precaution in the event there was a failure in the motor. You could remove the motor, which just clips off the end, and I'll show you in a second, and you can wind the cloth in manually. Put the lid to one side. The device sits in the trunk for a reason. There is a set of instructions there. Inside the trunk you have the device, which if you shake it out, if I put it on one end, take it out, you'll see one end is the battery, removes, and as per the charger in there, you charge it like your normal mobile phone. It takes about 2 hours to charge and we'll do about 35 reveals per charge. But you have a set of guide lights there to see how the battery is performing. On the other end is the motor, which again can be removed. So under the warranty, if there's ever any issues with the motor, you can contact us, and if we need to send you out a replacement or any serviceability, or if we upgrade things at a later stage, you can add in the new motor. So the two mechanical bits are one end and the other. Slot that back in, place the device back in the trunk. Here you have two remote controls, which are RF signal paired to the battery. They're unique to that battery, so you can't mix them up if you have multiple units within your dealership. They are paired to that battery and that battery alone. So that's the device itself. We'll now move on to taking it to the car and placing it onto the car. Okay, so next job is to take the device to the rear of the car. I've got a Porsche Taycan here. This is the small cloth, so it's the right size cloth. You place the device at the rear of the car using the two handles on the end, with the badge facing the centre upside down of the vehicle. Not underneath it, about 40-50 centimetres away from the car, lining up the badge with the centre of the car. Undo the four clips on the lid and reveal the device. Put the lid to one side. So as I've gone through with the previous setup, you've seen how the product all works. So now it's about putting the cloth onto the car. Now this is a brand new cloth in here, so we need to unfold the cloth. It comes folded from the factory, so we need to unfold it. So what we need to do is take out one of the RF remotes, switch on the on button. We'll see the lights will pop up as green, and we now have active. So we need to take hold of the cloth and in one hand take hold of it and press and hold down the top button. And the button doesn't shoot it out into the car, it actually just unwinds. So if I press it, it starts to unwind. I need to pull the cloth. So like I said, this is the small cloth. I'm holding the button, I'm pressing it and holding it down, it's unwinding it onto the car. Just gently unwinding it onto the car. All the way out. So as you can see, it's slightly folded, so we just want to pull it apart because this has not been wound off a car yet. Just tease it all out and say this is the small cloth, so this will do the Taycan, 911, 718, all the cars up to the Panamera. We just want to position it onto the car initially, like that, and simply like that. We need then to return to the rear of the vehicle. So once we've taken all the cloth onto the front of the car, we come back to the rear of the car. So you'll see here, we've now extended all the cloth out of the device. While I've got this here, you can see here's the location strap, in the sense if you ever wanted to change the cloth on the car, you can obviously buy additional cloths or buy extra cloths or buy pattern cloths, whatever you want to do. So we now got all the cloth out of the car. We want to look at the cloth and get it central on the car. So it's designed in 3 pieces, a centre panel and 2 side panels. And the seams down the car, you want equidistant on the vehicle. So when the device, which is significantly smaller, recalls the cloth, it recalls it smoothly and evenly into the device. So now we've got it all out onto the car, we want to start setting it up for the reveal. So we wind some of it in, like so, just touching the lower button, and you'll see there's a pocket there, which can cover over the device. We then want to take the 2 outer rear corners, because the cloth is rectangular. Obviously there's less cloth spare on this than there would be if it was on a 911 or on a 718. We pull it slightly, because it's obviously rectangular, and just tidy it around the rear of the vehicle, and wind in a little bit more. So we've now got tension in the cloth, and we can now check the whole setup of the vehicle. So we've now returned to the front of the vehicle, and we now want to set the seams correctly. And we can use the Porsche logo here as a guide. I just want to put a little bit more cloth, pull it forward slightly. So I just touch the remote, pull it forward. And then we want to look at the seam. So the seam here is coming off the light lens there. It's slightly different over here, so you just want to move it over slightly. Okay, and then what we want to do with the front corners is pick up the corner and drop it, so it creates the shape of the car. And once again, this side, and create the shape of the car. Not pushed under the car, just neatly at the front. So we're looking at the seam running down this side, and it's just running off the line there. It's a little bit higher this side, so we're just going to slide it over a fraction. And then we're just going to make sure that the car cloth is draped nicely all around the car. You'll see there's obviously some creasing in this. Obviously once the cloth is used on a regular basis, if it has got some creasing, leave it out on a car overnight and the creasing will just drop out. It's only from usage that it'll start dropping out. And we just want to tidy it up around the car. So the car is loose, the cloth is loose all over the car. And just check that seam where it's coming off the rear on both sides. And then we're happy. So once you've got the cloth all square on the car, you're then ready to reveal it. So you need to stand within 8 to 10 meters if you're using the remote control of the device. Now, whether you give that to a customer or whether you do it for the customer, the optimum angle for a customer is on the angle. They then see the front of the car and they see the cloth disappearing down the side. Now, just to remind you, obviously the system has a 3-minute cutoff, so if it's inactive for 3 minutes, the device will shut itself off, so it can't drain the battery. If you need to then put it back on for the reveal for the customer, it's just a case of switching on the button on the device. So, in further ado, we'll reveal this car. So if I stand at this point, point towards the rear of the car and hold down the lower button, car is revealed.